Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have a fun little Christmas ornament project to share with you today. Very simple. A lot of this you may already have on hand. I always recommend grabbing some air dry clay. I will link everything in the description of this video as well. But just some air dry clay. You can do so much with it. I need to clean my mat, but so what you need is some air dry clay, a rolling pin, some kind of string or just an ornament hook, some lace, a cookie cutter, and the end of a pen or a paintbrush that I have here. So what we're gonna do is you could also grab some paint too, and I'll show you that here at the end. But so what we're gonna do is we're going to roll out some of the clay. And for something like this, whenever you're doing this, you want to kind of have it thicker because they will break. They can be, if you get them too thin, they're going to break. So you definitely want it on the thicker side. And then another tip I would share with you is whatever lace you're using, make sure that your ornament fits on the design. Does that make sense? So if you had a thinner piece of lace, just use a smaller ornament or cookie cutter. I keep saying ornament. Oh my goodness. Cookie cutter. Just because it makes it easier. It makes your life a lot easier. So for something like this, lace, check your thrift stores, estate sales, yard sales. They have it a lot. So what you're going to do is, it doesn't matter. You can make this way, that way. I mean, it does not have to be perfectly straight. I love projects like this where it does not have to be perfect. Another thing I did not mention is you definitely want to roll out enough that's going to fit your cookie cutter. Does that make sense? So you want it to be big enough for that. So once you lay your lace down and you have it where you want it, you're going to come back in with your rolling pin and you're going to roll over it. So your initial rollout, make it even thicker, if that makes sense, because you're going to be rolling this a little bit. I mean, you're not adding a ton of pressure like you're trying to roll it out, but you're adding some pressure. And basically, you want to kind of make sure that the clay, you can see it here, is popping through the design. So like here, you can see it's not popping through at all. Or over here, or over here. Your edges are where it's usually not. So you just want to make sure everything, your pattern is, sorry, just hit the camera. Your pattern is fully coming through, if that makes sense. And as always, if you mess up, you just ball up the clay, roll it out again. But the thing is, you kind of want it, I just like that it kind of looks vintage. And obviously you can check your ornament. I just wanted to show. So this is going to fit right here and it's all popping through. But, in case you had an edge, where your ornament would be here, you want to make sure that that's popping through the lace. So I'm going to be good. So you can always check. And if you're this close, what I have been doing is I have been making it a little bit, I'm fine up here because I'm going to put a hole in this and that's where, your ornament hanger or your ribbon's going to be. So I wanted the lace to be fully covered in the bottom, fully showing in the bottom. And it's okay if I have a little bit of knot up at the top of the ornament. Does that make sense? So what you're going to do here is you've made sure it's all going to fit and all going to cut out right, is you're going to pull this off. This is the magic. I love this so much. And so you can reuse this. I think I've done it, 8 times. You will notice if it starts getting really, just where, you can't really use it anymore or it's getting too much clay on it, just cut another piece. I mean, it's not a ton. You're not wasting a ton. And then here is where you're going to figure out where you want your ornament. That looks good to me. And I'm going to cut it out. Obviously pull this away. You're going to ball this up and, put it back in your container. But at this point, make sure that it's laying flat. Sometimes when you pull that up, the corners and everything's rolling up. And if it dries that way, that's the way it's going to be. So you want to make sure it's flat when it's drying. And then you're going to take the end of whatever you want, the pen, paintbrush, and make a hole. So my tip here is whatever, if you're going to use ribbon to, let's say, you know, if you're going to use this, or like I love using velvet ribbon and this is thicker, you want to make sure that your hole, whatever you use to punch your hole, is going to be able to make sure that this will go through. Does that make sense? So, I mean, you don't want a really massive hole, because once this dries, let me show you one that dried. You can kind of, I came through the back, it was not this big. I came through the back and I just, with this paintbrush, I just kind of did this and it made the hole bigger. So just keep that in mind. If, I mean, you're obviously not going to use a really fat ribbon for these because they're too small, but just a little something to keep in mind. So this, we're going to let it dry overnight. And this is, I'm not going to pick that up. I just let them sit here. That's how I let them dry. So I will make a bunch on this mat and then just let them sit here overnight. I don't move them. And then when they're, you know, tomorrow morning, you can pick them up and they're just like this. But look how pretty that is. And you can get lace in so many designs. I mean, this is just the one I found at the thrift store. That's why I chose this. But there are so many lace designs that you could really, you know, you could really have fun with this. You can leave them this color, which I love that. I love this color. It kind of looks like lace. It looks like a vintage lace ornament. But obviously paint them. If you paint them any color you want. Use some craft paint and paint them. But I think this is really fun. Such an easy project. You could do this watching your favorite Christmas movies. But make sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, let me know about this. I will leave a link, like I said, to the clay that I like to use. I'll put some lace options in there as well if you need some help with that. So check the description. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I am uploading new videos and the podcast here on YouTube every week. So there are new videos coming out every week. If you ring the bell, you will be notified when new content comes out. And as always, please share this video if you know somebody that would like this project. I really appreciate it when you share the video. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments and I will definitely get to them. So until next time, have a great day and I will talk to you very soon.